Hello and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2, where today we have an Ascension 10 run of the Ironclad for you. Let's see. So I'd mentioned how Leafy Poultice last video with the defect. I mentioned I really like Leafy Poultice, but I don't like losing max HP because of how much it affects healing. I'm a little less concerned about that with Ironclad specifically, because Ironclad heals automatically. So I've gotten a card that does something cool if you exhaust it, and a card that does a little more damage than a strike in a less reliable way. So probably the exhaust one of those is probably the more reliable one. I kind of like this path into this shop, and then the rest of the elites are really not spread out super well. Like there's some super early elites. Like these 4 elites are all very early to be trying to take but I might be able to sneak in like that one or something. Maybe if I'm super strong, I can get a couple, but it's not the optimal setup. Okay, so we can bash and block. So he's vulnerable this turn, so can deal double damage to him with whatever we hit him with, which is, I think, going to be a sword boomerang that sorry, not double, sorry, 50% more. So the sword boomerang will do ever so slightly more. I don't remember if it rounds up or down for that. We'll do 16 to everyone. Hit him. Okay, Setup Strike I never want to take. Tremble is pretty impressive as a card in terms of the amount of damage output it can give. I've been liking Iron Wave a lot lately early just because it lets you attack and block at the same time, and it feels like that's what you want to do a lot of the time. Okay, I'm going to still play this Sword Boomerang. Okay, it does do only 1 more damage per hit, so it's like 3 bonus damage. But hey, it's still more damage. Let's see, I can defend twice, play a strike, so I full block, attack it. Let's see. Okay, that does 11. That's not enough. Ow. Okay, so now, assuredly, if I bash and Sword Boomerang, it is enough. Okay, I got about 4 is about average for that fight. I'm just always curious how it compares. Okay, I'm going to take a True Grit because it's a huge combo. I mean, maybe huge is something. It's a combo with my Howl from Beyond if I can exile the Howl from Beyond with a True Grit. But True Grit exiles at random unless you upgrade it. So I'm going to prioritize upgrading it. Hey, imagine that. I'm going to take this and upgrade it. I've not been that impressed with Sown, all things considered. I mean, it's nice, of course, to get a free mana when you play a card. We all like free things. But it's finicky to make work. So, like, this is the typical turn where Iron Wave is nice, because it's like, oh, I would have had to choose between playing playing 3 defense or playing 2 defense and a strike normally, but here I got to just basically have it all. Here I get to True Grit away this card, so it'll play next turn. And then we can do this. So now, this turn here, at the start of the turn, because we exhausted the Howl from Beyond, it'll play. We'll have taken some damage. I like Taunt a lot. Both blocks and applies vulnerable. It's a very good upgrade. Okay. This event gives you some amount of sort of upgrading random cards or healing. Now, I'm currently at full, so I'm going to not take the healing. I'm going to take some max HP. I think I'm going to do 3. So 3, 6... 12 is, I think, about where my safety threshold is. Okay, let's see. I can lose 9 HP and transform. Notably, it's HP, not max HP. And we'll transform a strike. Why not? Got a rupture. Not the best rupture deck. Okay, we made it to our shop. With 125 money. So we have a True Grit for exhausting things already. So this Feel No Pain, that whenever you exhaust something, you get 3 block, also works with your Innate Curse, because your Innate Curse also exhausts itself, so that works. And Havoc also works with Howl from Beyond. And I don't have anything in my deck currently that I really care if I accidentally hit with Havoc, so I think I'm going to buy... Oh. I didn't math that correctly. I was going to say I'm going to buy these 2 because they work with each other. However, I mismathed my amount of gold by 1. So I guess I'm not going to do that. Oh, well. Okay. Here's another fun option, just to give the Howl from Beyond a second way of working. I can give it Slither, so now its cost is randomized every time I draw it. And so sometimes that cost will be 0. Okay, we'll come here, and I think I'm going to come up... Actually, I'll take the Elite first, and then maybe come up here, and then maybe take another one. We'll see. Okay, so... play the Howl from Beyond, play the Defend, True Grit away the Strike. Okay, here we can Iron Wave, Defend. The Rupture's never going to trigger, and this fight is going to be horrendous no matter what, so I'll do that. Okay, the Sword Boomerang is upgraded. I'm going to drink this Flex Potion so that all of my attacks do 5 extra damage. Let's see, so this is doing 32. It would be 48 if I bashed first. I think I'm going to taunt first and then do that, because I don't think it would die by throwing in an extra bash. But now, hopefully, this turn it dies, and it does. Okay. Rainbow Ring, whenever I play a power, a skill, and an attack all in the same turn, I get a strength. That's not something I'm super excited about. Body Slam would be great if I upgraded it, but I don't want to be pulled in too many directions. Cinder is a lot of damage, but I already have cards that do damage. I don't think I want any of this. Okay, speaking of things that do lots of damage, we have this guy. I think I'm going to just do that and play safe, although he has a big attack that comes later in his cycle that I would like to have him dead before it happens. Okay, we got our sort of combo here, but we also got this to... There we go, we have the tuning fork again. I am terrible about remembering to keep in mind the tuning fork. Okay, let's say so 7 plus 9 is 16. Plus 6 is 22 is what we can do to him. If I use this potion, that means he'll die. Let's do that. I like the version where he dies better than the version where he doesn't. I really like Flame Barrier. It just does everything you want by blocking and also doing some damage back to the enemies. Let's see. Am I going to rest here? It would take me to full, probably. It's possible I should have upgraded Taunt. Let's see. I'll get a Gambling Chip. Okay, Mr. Statue. Choose any number of cards to replace. So, yeah. So now I get to look at my hand, and I get to decide what I want to get rid of. So we're going to get rid of that, because it'll come back next turn. We'll play these. This guy has the ability that he does... or he takes extra damage based on the number of cards you've played. So we want to play as many cards as we can. And we want to play them sort of in ascending order of the amount of damage they deal. Okay. This turn is very bad. We're just going to take some damage to the face, and there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. This turn, I can mostly block and also hit him. This turn is bad. I might be taking a very losing line here. I probably should have just prioritized killing him, huh? That's probably what Jorbs would tell me if he were here. But hey, we survived. It's not a good life, but we did survive. Okay, do I love any of these cards? I'm going to say no. I don't love any of these cards for what we're doing currently. I like Headbutt the most of these cards, but it's not really exactly where we are. I like a Royal Pillow. Okay, so now we have to try and beat this on 24 health. Is going to be a big ask, I'm afraid. Apparently my average is taking 37. But we'll see. He's got 3 vulnerable on him. Okay, we will taunt him. We'll True Grit away a strike. So we were blocking enough because we got a trigger of our prong, and we'll put a Rupture into play, even though it will never trigger. Okay, so phase 1 of this guy is just pure... I am going to hit you over and over and over again and progressively harder each time until you, until one of us succumbs. Which at the current rate, might well be me. But, we can get him down to 160 and then he'll change stances, so... That means we need to do 27 damage. That's 7, 16, 28. Okay, so we can break his stance if I mathed that out correctly. I did math that out correctly. Okay, so now this turn... Okay, I think it's better for me to bash and play this when he's vulnerable, even though, of course, I could play it normally. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Zeta. The whole debuff he's giving me that turn that he's taking off is this ringing ability, which means I can only play 1 card per turn. And unfortunately, I have played that card. And therefore, I now can't play a block card, and therefore I am now dead. Oops. As they say in the business. Well, sorry, Ironclad. I'm curious if we would have gotten there if I had played that smarter. We very well might have. I don't know on getting it through this, but anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll be back soon with more Slay the Spire 2, fear not. But thanks everyone for watching. Bye for now.